Don't overspend with me, Christian Shreve. 60 seconds, I'll save you $1,000. Okay, folks, it's the moment of truth. You've agreed to terms, but now you're going in the back room. Ooh, fresh piece of paper, folks. Calculator out. Everybody's all smiles. You gotta work out the financing. Will you please help me? Yes, gotta make sure you have insurance before you go. Okay, so we're gonna tell you some important things about insurance really quickly, but for right now, please realize that although it's fair for them to make a profit, there's some things you need to be watching for in this endeavor. One of the things is if you have a quality insurance. I've done a lot of business with AAA. I've written a lot of business for AAA. You may have very expensive coverage to cover the gap between what you're purchasing the car for and what it's worth. There's a gap, and they're going to offer to do that for you. Okay, if you call up a company that's competent, and there are a number of them, they're going to offer you the same type of coverage. They've got coverages like new car protection for a fraction of what a big amount of that might be charged you in the back room would cost. Just a fraction of it. And the gap, well, how about the difference between this and this? Well, you can pay whatever they can get away with charging you. That's how negotiation works. You can pay $600-800 a year, or you can pay $150 a year. And so this goes back to your insurance agent and asking them. We're going to get into that later, but what are my options? And what are the different things cost me? I believe it's always a good idea, unless you're a cold ringer, stone cold ringer, to get the information for what they're offering you, and then to go talk about it. And no, in this age of digital equipment and monitoring and so forth, you don't say, you guys leave and we'll talk here in your office. No, we don't do that. Maybe you don't know why, trust me. But that's one of the important things. So you want to make sure that, I'm not going to tell you how to finance it. I have some ideas, and I can't tell you as an insurance agent because it's not my profession, but I was a loan officer when it comes to mortgages. I was a loan processor, a loan officer, real estate agent. I also was a car salesman, and I've worked behind the desk in a very unusual capacity. And so I have these insights. I have talked to people who are paying for the same coverage twice. Don't do this, folks. Don't get preyed on. Find out if your insurance company covers those things before you pay for them. And you're going to get boxed in mentally. It's designed to work that way. And you're dealing with a lot of different situations, circumstances, and numbers lined up for different concepts. It's a lot to take in. So don't feel bad about it. That's why you have your paper. You separate the line. Just because they're organizing financing for you doesn't mean they're entitled to get money off you in a different way, okay? And if they're looking at getting for you and they're not sure if they can get it, maybe your credit's not so good, look at the financing person and tell them what kind of a person you are. I'm a good risk. You can tell this financing company that I'm a good risk, and that if you recommend me, they will get a win out of this. And they'll usually listen to you if you're sincere about it. So these are important things to consider. You're going to find out what they're offering. You're going to write it down. You've got their itemized list before you committed to anything, before you told them if you're paying cash and all the other things that we've talked about. But you want to make sure that you take time out. And what I suggest is you go out for lunch. They don't want you to go out for lunch, but you're going out for lunch. And you're going to talk about these things. You're going to write down a list of questions and then come back with your questions. And you're going to write them down, and you're going to use your calculator, and you're going to get through that experience fine, and you're not going to get played for a fool while doing it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Put a comment in. What does this do? How does this do? Get a hold of me. I'll do what I can for you. Thank you.